everybody, Matthew here, and welcome back to the Campaign Chronicles. Today we're going to be looking at sessions 31 to 35, so let's jump straight into the video. After collecting their reward money from Queen Illyris Phaleris, the party begin the construction of Volvet Manor, the home in Cyrodilia. While waiting for the construction to be complete, the party takes some downtime. The party trains, researches several key topics such as Eclipses and Mind Flares, and Caro even attends a therapy session. As the party's downtime comes to a close, they decide to plan their next step. The party decides to search for the second fragment of the Wand of Arcandum, after doing some research into it. To aid them in their quest to retrieve the fragment from the lair of the green dragon Thrastus the Hoarder, the party hire the Blades, the adventuring group they encountered in Drissen. The group offer the Blades all of the dragon's treasure hoard, and the Blades agree to their terms. The party, accompanied by the Blades and Leah, use teleportation magic to travel to Salvonia, the large woodland nation, a part of the Imperium Empire, located across the Monthlassian Sea on the continent of Zendan. The party and their companions begin their journey through Salvonia when they finally come across the Ever-Eating Gorge, a huge gorge in the centre of Salvonia that seems to be expanding. Located in the Ever-Eating Gorge is the lair of Thrastus the Hoarder. After a little more exploration, the party and their companions locate the lair. They enter the lair of Thrastus the Hoarder and begin battling against him. The battle is tough, and during it, Acrasal begins searching for the fragment of the wand in the hoard. The group and the Blades are able to defeat Thrastus, and the Blades notice as Acrasal takes the fragment of the wand from the hoard. The Blades demand he puts it back, as they agreed they would receive everything in the hoard as reward for killing Thrastus. Acrasal refuses and a small conflict breaks out. Caro and Leah are able to prevent any bloodshed, but said Evolver and the Blades are now at odds. The party go to leave, but Leah refuses to travel with them, believing that they only brought the Blades with them to use as bait for Thrastus so that he could find the fragment of the wand. Leah, in a flash of blue light, vanishes and steals the fragment of the wand from Acrasal in the process. Vexed by the outcome of the events, the party decide that since they are in Salvonia, they should travel east towards Zealand and return Snek's remains to his tribe. The Devolver begin their journey through Salvonia, when one day they are ambushed and attacked by a group of orcs accompanied by an ogre. They are able to dispatch the orcs with relative ease, but Rak reveals to the group he recognized the symbol on the orc's banner. The orcs they killed are a part of the Crimson Chalice orc tribe, a powerful tribe of orcs that have made a deal with a demon. This is also the tribe Rak is from. He also reveals that he was not just a member of the tribe, but that his family are the ones that command it, and his father is the leader of the Crimson Chalice Orcs. This is when Rak reveals a little more about his past. While being a member of the tribe, Rak didn't always agree with them. One day, after they attacked an elven town, Rak refused to kill an old man. His family, ordered by his father, turned on him, attacking him and believing they had killed him. The town helped nurse Rak back to health, and he remained there helping the town. This was when he fell in love with the daughter of the elven man he refused to kill. Several years passed, and after marrying the elven woman, they had a daughter. After learning of Rak's survival, the orcs returned to the town and slaughtered everyone, including Rak's wife and daughter, burning the town to the ground. Rak was away hunting during the attack and returned to nothing but fire and ash. This was when he set out to find allies and heard of the group's success in destroying the Bloody Hunt orcs. The party agreed to help Rak get vengeance on the Crimson Chalice orcs. They continued their journey when the party encountered several centaurs. Centaurs and the party formed an alliance. August, the lead warrior of the centaurs, takes them to their camp, Galen's Grove, to speak with his father, Chief Cartelon. The chief tells them they've been engaged in a war against a pack of gnolls called the Howling Fang Pack, led by Rymgil Bloodeye. The gnolls have made an alliance with the Crimson Chalice Orc tribe and are splitting raids 50-50. The party agreed to help the centaurs and formulate a plan with August to attack the gnolls' den to lure out Rymgil Bloodeye and Lazun, the leader of the group of the Crimson Chalice Orcs, who happens to be Rak's cousin. Arriving at the Gnoll Den, a dungeon of elaborate traps and hard-to-follow paths designed to test the party's skill and endurance, a challenge they will need to be cunning and tactical to overcome. They prepare to enter to clear it out, when instead they use a barrel of black powder they acquired from Drissen to cause a cave-in, completely destroying and bypassing the dungeon. In the aftermath of the destruction, the group make their way to the Orc stronghold and observe a meeting between the remaining gnolls and Orcs. Once again, using a barrel of black powder, the group blow up a large area of the stronghold and battle against the remaining Orcs and gnolls, including Rymgil Bloodeye and Lazun, whose body had taken a more demonic form. They were able to defeat both Rymgil Bloodeye and Lazun by having Rak rip off the horns and stab his cousin with it. The party make their way back to the centaur camp, encountering a creature known as the Whisper Tree along the way, a strange magical tree. After informing the tribe of their success, they offer them a reward and said their goodbyes to the party. The Devolver then made their way east towards Zealand, while on their way they encountered Erwin, who gave them a magical beacon they could activate if they needed his help. Arriving in Zealand, the group make their way to a small swamp town. They investigate the town, and it seems strange. People seem overly suspicious of them. After investigating, the group come across a strange reptilian woman, not all visitors folk but a Taran from the isolated desert nation of Tyran. She seems to be the only person not acting strange. They continue to investigate when they find an old house. Inside, they find an old woman, a familiar old hag woman, Garidora. the hag that had adopted children in Zendan. The group sprung into action, but she was able to call for help. She fled, leaving behind magical voodoo dolls she had made, one for each member of the party. Appearing across the town was the armored demon and general of Calisius Torzeris. The party battled against him, but he was far more powerful than them. The party used Erwin's beacon sooner than anticipated and called him to help. He was able to prepare a teleport to take everyone away, but needed help holding Torzeris back while everyone gathered around him. That's when a flash of bright blue light struck Torzeris. Leah returned to help the party. She was able to use her strange medical powers to overpower Torzeris and hold him back while the party gathered together. Leah then fell unconscious and was dragged back by Caro to Erwin as they were able to teleport safely away. And that concludes today's episode of the Campaign Chronicles. Apologies if this episode wasn't the best quality. I've had quite an issue recording today's episode. A lot of noises from outside. It's taken me nearly 40 minutes to record, while it's probably going to be like a 6-minute video. So apologies for that. These weren't all my best takes, but I have someone building something like next door, and it's very, very noisy. So apologies. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode of the Campaign Chronicles.